So it's a chilly but sunny, beautiful Sunday. Thought I'd have another little Q&A time with Tulip here. I want to say first, welcome to all the new subscribers. So happy that you're joining us. This is Tulip. And most of you that have been around know Tulip's story or have heard of Tulip's story. Tulip is sort of a miracle. She honestly, no one expected her to survive the illnesses that she has dealt with and the rough time that she's had in life. Tulip was found as an orphan, abandoned, brought into a rehab center in North Mississippi, where she had lost her family. In Mississippi, beavers are classified as a nuisance animal. They're to be killed on sight. The state actually has incentives and encourages landowners to kill beavers. So little beavers cannot survive without their parents. They live with their mom and dad and their siblings inside lodges or in burrows. And what happens is the parents are trapped and killed, or the dams or lodges are dynamite. They literally use dynamite to destroy them. And if the little babies who aren't ever supposed to leave that lodge for the first several months are found themselves alone, then they're at the mercy of whoever might see them to bring them into a rehab facility so that they can get the care they need. Beavers are incredibly social animals, and so right now my job, my family's job, is to hang out with Tulip and provide a lot of that socialization needs. But anyway, so Tulip had pneumonia, she's got stunted growth, and then she contracted like the worst bacterial and skin infection that anyone has ever seen. We provided a treatment for her with the help of lots of veterinarians, and she overcame the odds and survived. So because she developed that infection, we determined that she had immune compromised issues, which is the reason why she ended up with that infection, because it's a common soil bacteria that was cultured. Right here, this area right here is the last bit of remaining that she needs to have hair grow back. But for the most part, she's overcome that. Because she has this immune issue, we have to keep her in a very clean, controlled environment. And that is where this house, her home, is right now. There's actually a deck right here so that she's up off the ground. We put in the shavings. She makes her little lodge every night, which is right inside here. And I clean it every day to make sure that it's perfectly clean, because in addition to that immune compromise and the skin issue and the pneumonia that she overcame, she also has a condition called bumblefoot she came to me with. And so the bottom of her rear flippers got a bacterial infection that can get inflamed ever so often, and requiring her to go on antibiotics. She has been, as long as we keep everything nice and clean, that stays under control, and we haven't had to put her on any antibiotics, but it's something we have to keep extra cautious with. So she does have this pool that she has access to that we clean once or twice a day, and plenty of fresh branches and toys. She gets a chance to go out and exercise some. We walk her around our yard. We also take her over to the bigger pool to swim in, so that she gets different experiences. But for the most part, Tulip her happiest place is hanging out here in what is her lodge, her safe place, us hanging out in here with her. So this is where you're going to see us most of the time. She still comes inside sometimes. This is something that's fun to her. So she'll come in and hang out, and then get some snacks. And lately she's been getting snacks and wanting to bring them back here, which is exactly what we want to happen. We want her to be comfortable outside, where she belongs. Tulip is about 1 year old. She's coming up on 1 in March. They have to stay in rehab for at least 2 years, if not more. She's still highly dependent. She would be on her parents, and in this case, us. And so she is still a baby. She's still very much a baby, and we have another year to be working with her before we even have to think about the idea of her being released. And so she has to show us over the next year that her immune system's going to improve, that she's not going to contract any other infections. We'll start introducing her more and more to different soil environments, so that we can see, you know, how she responds. So regarding the cold, I am a wimp. I love it to be warm. Beavers have this incredibly thick fur, and Tulip's fur, because it is for the most part fully grown back, she has an undercoat, very thick, and then these guard hairs, and then she's very good about her grooming, which part of this is putting oils throughout her fur so that it's waterproof. Tulip stays nice and toasty, cozy, warm, and technically when a beaver gets in water, regardless of how cold or hot it is, the water, they don't feel the water on their skin, and it's basically like they're swimming in a dry suit because they are fully protected and insulated. Because Tulip has this little open area right here, she's a little bit more prone than other beavers to being cold, but she has not shown us at all that she is getting cold. When winter first hit, I was bringing her inside on cold nights, but now she cuddles up inside her lodge with her shavings and her blankets, and whenever I put my hand in there, she is toasty warm. So she is thermoregulating incredibly well. We'll see how she does when the heat comes, because beavers actually can tolerate cold better than they can heat. So there may be days where we have to bring her inside if it's really hot out. But for now, she is doing great, and the cold is not hurting her at all. If anything, she seems to really be enjoying the cold weather. So for those of you who have been with me for a while, you know, for those of you who are new, we have moved out to a country property where we're planning on building our beaver sanctuary. And this beaver sanctuary is specifically for the fact that we have these beavers that we want to release, but this is Mississippi, where beavers are classified as a nuisance and should be killed. And so what we're doing is we're going to create a space where we can release the beavers. They can be wild, but have a certain level of protection as long as at least they stay within our location. So we have right now 5 acres, which we will have different fencing put up for the different stages that beavers need as they approach release. We're going to have a small little mud puddle / little mini pond that they can play in. We're also planning on our 5 acres building a proper decent sized pond that's going to have fencing around it, livestock fencing. And so as beavers are coming up on their 2nd year and are getting ready for release, we can do a soft release into that bigger pond area that has the livestock fencing and has a certain level of protection. And then ultimately we have another 30 acres next to the 5 acres that has this beautiful large pond, almost lake quality, that is connected to a bog. And it is a beautiful wetland, very coastal bog with really, really excellent beaver habitat. And that is the goal for the ultimate release, is that we release beavers there. We supplement food as needed, but technically they are free and they can go wherever they want to disperse, or they can stay if they want. And for us in this state, and given what we're dealing with, this is the best situation for beavers, and we can release them, but we can also provide some level of protection. And this has been a dream, and so excited to be here. It's baby steps. So we are working on a nonprofit. We are working on fundraising plans and things like that. I've also applied for my own rehab permit. Right now I've been working under Woodside Wildlife Rescue, which Paula and that group is amazing, and we will remain working closely together. But I will have my own rehab permit coming up, and I will be focusing on beavers. So coming up in March is baby season, and so if we get more babies, we are ready and prepared. And in the meantime, we believe that Tulip here is going to be an amazing candidate for being around baby beavers. She's so sweet and passive, and so we're very excited that she's going to get to have some little beaver friends if we get babies. Obviously, we never really want the babies. It would be really nice, but we don't live in that world. So the reality is we are ready, our hearts are ready, and we are prepared should we get any new babies. So Tulip is a very special case, and definitely not the typical 1-year-old beaver. She has just been through a whole lot, and she's a miracle, and we love her. And so when you see us interacting with her, we are acting as her family. We are acting as her emotional support, her social needs. And this is something that we can do, and she remembers us based on smell. And so if and when we're able to release Tulip, she will remember us based on smell. But if she comes across any other humans, they will not smell like her family. So it doesn't mean, our socialization with her does not mean that all humans become something that she looks to as a source of comfort or attention. So this is a really cool thing about beavers, and how we as humans can play this important emotional, social role with them. And because even in the wild, let's say they never see a human, it's just other beavers, they know their beaver family, and they are aggressive and territorial against other beavers that aren't their family. And so that natural history works to our advantage, where we can be close, we can interact, we can give them what they need without worrying about them imprinting just generically on humans. So in my last couple of videos, you may have noticed this black dog who's making an appearance. He is brand new. He's our latest rescue. We've named him Keanu. He is a shepherd mix, and Luna is our other shepherd back there. We have a soft spot for shepherds. We do love them very much. And so often these guys need homes, and because we're all animal trainers and understand behavior, we are able to take some of these dogs that need a little extra attention, a little bit of working with. And Keanu is an amazing dog. He is incredibly intelligent. He's going to be a great protector. And we were able to provide him a home because our plan is that him and Luna, the shepherd, will patrol our grounds to make sure that no stray dogs, no feral dogs, no predators are able to come in, and they're going to protect the beavers and any other animals that we have. So everyone say hi to Keanu. He's a work in progress. He's a good boy. I've not introduced him to Tulip yet. This is something that we will do over time. He is demonstrating all the proper behavior that he's curious, not aggression, and he's going to fall in love and want to protect her. Hey buddy, you're a good boy. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Him and Luna getting along quite well, and he's getting along really well with Evie. There's Evie, sweet little thing. He's a good boy, aren't you? You're a good boy. We're super excited to have him. He's about 2 years old.